What is up, Aries? Here's your August 2026 powerful, potent message, powerful, potent reading. Yes, you all are in luck. We got a system. Two booklets. One with the message I guess channeled. They call it channeling. The other booklet is filled with prompts made by ChatGPT. 3 helpful questions. All for my readings input into ChatGPT to help y'all out also. So helpful questions or prompts to ask yourself through the month that I'm also going to read on. And then a Celtic cross. So here we go. August, Virgo. So feeling imbalanced this month means we trust balance will be created past perceived setbacks or bad investments. So obviously anything you perceive as a bad investment or a setback, trust balance will be created past these perceptions, these situations. By being a boss through it all, trusting yourself to grow into stillness through this situation. Feeling disconnection means growth is coming. So I'll read it all again. So feeling imbalanced this month means we trust balance will be created past perceived setbacks or bad investments. By being a boss through it all, trusting yourself to grow in stillness through the situation. Grow in stillness as in past emotions that don't, that are still seeing that it still believe it's a setback, or bad investment. So feeling disconnection means growth is coming. And for some reason I wrote right here, this is Venus, Libra plus Taurus plus Scorpio equals Virgo. That's your glyph right there. So apparently it's a cheat code. Pretty much just means Taurus plus Libra's message plus Scorpio equals Virgo. So I already put Taurus and Libra. Wonder why I put that. It's like the glyph for. Anyway, let's get to the prompts. These questions I'm going to read on right now. What balance is forming that I can't see yet? Second question is, how can stillness serve me today? Third question is, what is this moment teaching me? So it's all about trusting that balance will be created or brought back past what we perceive as an imbalance. So I really want to read Taurus's, Libra, and Scorpio's message real fast. So I guess then Venus is like the glyph means find wherever Venus is at in, I remember last it was in Leo, I think. So I guess that means we'll read Leo's message. So I'll read Leo's message because I think Venus is still in that sign. So it says, Leo, August 2026, no analyzing, just owning your truth. Keep being yourself. Keeping your emotions out of it. Use tranquility to trust your environment and to solve the problem for your new self. I also wrote for Leo, no emotions, no more feeding unimportant habits or emotions. Your emotions are being used against you. Here's Taurus's message. Forgive me, y'all. I want y'all to be armed before we get to these prompts. So Taurus's August message is, we're feeling like a boss first in order to properly understand how to remain a boss. We have to be a boss first before we make our feelings priority. Beware of not being the best representation of yourself. Responsibilities must be handled first, then possibilities. Trust life past your own judgments. Be here and disagree with others and still connect. Libra, know the times we are in. Know what is important to you. Your attention needs to be used to find out truth. Anything else, ignore. Ignore conflict. Learn through conflict. Learn through it. All right, Scorpio. Love and learn your life. We use this month to train our subconscious. We should always think like this. You're either focused or being distracted. Growth and love. And I want to read Cancers. I think Cancers will really help also. Detoxing by connecting with yourself, your new self. The boss you have to accept that you are. Tranquility squared is the path. Trust your environment. Trust you can solve the problem. Be better to yourself and dare to be tranquil. Finally, after almost 7 minutes, we can get to these prompts. So all those messages should help you trust that feeling disconnection just means growth is coming. Yes. Because, ooh, man. What balance is forming that I can't yet see? 3 questions, 3 cards for that question. For each prompt, I'll use 3 cards. So what balance is forming that you can't yet see, Virgo? Here we go. Let's see. One more shuffle. So this is the balance you can't yet see that is forming. So pay attention to this card. That's when we're not as active, interested in something, into something. Going with the flow, really. 3 of Swords. The World, okay. Another 3. Ace. Okay. The balance that is forming that you can't yet see, we simply have the ability to just, like Libra's video, learn through conflict, learn through it, not be, insecure through learning, not to feel slighted, letting things be revealed to us, not to feel tricked. So that is what balance is forming that you can't yet see. You're not making it, someone else's problem. You just trust it'll work out. So that's what I'll answer. And it's beautiful. I walk with these around, read them whenever, talk to, if I have a conversation, I'll let somebody know, whatever their, what their sign is, give them their prompts, help spread a helpful message. So obviously, anything that gets in the way of you just finding out information is finally being, balanced out. So, and it's funny, what balance is forming that I can't yet see is the inability to allow it to balance out. Now you have the ability to let it be. Isn't it so funny? What you can't yet see is what you finally let yourself not see and understand and find out. Let yourself find out. You're letting yourself find out. That's probably what it is. The balance is letting yourself find out. Let yourself find out. And that's powerful, to simply let yourself find out. It's the same as what I said for Cancer, being better to yourself and being tranquil. So the next question is, okay, how can stillness serve me today? Just tranquil and stillness are really one and the same. So I'm glad I read Cancer's message, because the big point, which I read in the different booklet, it was about the quote, being kinder to your emotions. Yes, be better to yourself and dare to be tranquil. Meaning we'll probably want to get answers, want to see, want to make sense of our senses. Yes. So the more we make sense of this stuff right now, the better we understand why it's important when we go through it. You know, it's beautiful. I'm truly arming y'all with these messages, helping y'all get prepared to not go off and assume the worst. You know, let the lower self take over, because it's not necessary. So let's get the next question. I'll read it again. How can stillness serve me today? I love seeing the Hangman in this position. So represents Neptune, which is, ruler of Pisces. Sign across from you, so that must be important. So how can stillness serve you today? Another swords, all these swords. Remember, the 3 came out in the first spread, the 3 of swords. And then you got Emperor. So in reverse, stillness, that's actually perfect. Stillness is a necessary feeling, a helpful feeling to have, because it looks so like you're not in control or not capable of, showing your rulership, your expertise. You got to sit back. You got to be on the bench. You have to be, missing in the scene, but missing in action. And somehow that's the best action to take. So allow yourself to be MIA, yet there or wherever, right? And stillness will help serve you, because this is just you trying to make sense of, like, damn, I'm in this position. I don't look powerful. I don't look like I don't look like I'm a boss. I'm just a boss of my emotions. And stillness, at least if you can't be boss of the environment, be boss of the emotions, trying not to call it quits, because a real boss accepts being in these situations, situations that have you, stuck to the whims of the environment, what their mood is, adapting to them, essentially. I mean, you got to adapt to the room. The room ain't adapting to you. You got to adapt to this shit. Adapting to your feelings, For instance, let me just read on Aries prompting, since Aries came out. Read on their reading for August. And it was, just grow, your new drug is peace. I should have put your new reaction is peace. So this is you having to just grow and be peaceful through it all. So it's great to understand, it's you're more felt being truly in the real raw mode, mode, your true way you feel right now. You gotta accept it. I don't have the ability to, and I shouldn't be trying to overly put out my wants and needs. For Taurus's video, knowing how to be a boss before making your feelings priority, right? And in a way, the best thing I look at to give you an example of this, I'm probably over-explaining. You're a child growing up. And some of us, had to be stuck doing what our families had planned that day, no matter what we wanted to do. And stillness was the smartest response, because anything else, you're defiant and it's not good. So, got to be with the environment. It's a tough lesson to learn, but very positive. It's actually helping you out, Next question. Oh yeah, how can stillness serve you today? Helps you keep growing with the so I wrote, how can stillness serve me today? It helps you keep growing with your day in your relationships. Despite how you feel. Forgive me, y'all. So I wrote, helps you keep growing with the day and relationships despite how you feel, good or bad, strong or weak. That's how stillness can serve you today. Or that's how stillness serves me today. Taking my sweet time with these messages. What is this moment teaching me? The last prompt. What is this moment teaching me? So what is this moment teaching me? What is this moment teaching you? Another way to express you think masculinity when you look at that card. Another way to maintain your faith, maintain energy, maintain. Because when I think of this person, you go, okay, is a man who remains inspired. And that's everything, believing and seeing out your dreams, your wants, your direction, your life, your path, your life path. And I believe life tests us, putting us in weak positions, in positions where we have no say, and hell, even positions where we look like we're cowering or giving in. What this moment is teaching you is you can actually there's enthusiasm available, there's still inspiration available. There is still inspiration available. This is hope, maintaining, right? Building on that. So I guess we'll read Sagittarius's and Aquarius's message real quick too. But yeah, how is this moment teaching me? What is this moment teaching me? Still can maintain hopeful energy, still it's nothing to feel down about. So apparently this situation will have you feeling really weak, affected, or like you're not representing yourself. So what this reading is helping you do is realize you definitely have way more than enough energy. You have more than enough light to look for, or enthusiasm, excitement, great things. So it's beautiful because this month would make you not feel like that. But this reading is showing you nothing can really take away this feeling of hopefulness. Believing in just looking forward and keeping it moving. So what this moment is teaching you is you have more than enough potential to work with, enough that you can do in the situation. You have more than enough potential to work with. And let's read Aquarius's, and so I can get to that Celtic cross real quick, because I'm overtaking my time. So here's Aquarius's message. Stand the test of time even when others know they are testing you. Okay, here's Sagittarius. Unity is the verb of the month for you. This spiritual pressure is perfect for a boss level of trust in your day-to-day and others. Give good energy for your peace of mind. Yes. How can I create unity today? Where is pressure strengthening me? What choice protects my peace? These are Sagittarius's prompts. Who am I when I'm being tested? Can I remain true without reacting? What does integrity look like today? These are Aquarius's prompts. So, yes. Now let's get on to the Celtic cross finally. So, helpful video with the right words, and over the right words over almost 30 minutes is good for you. A great way to train ourselves, train our emotions. So let's get to this Celtic cross. So pretty much got all the information you need, but let's just get a little more insight. So this will be a quicker read. Judgment is great. Okay. Challenge is Magician in reverse. So that is controlling your attention. So judgment is good to see for present energy. Definitely means we have a sense of our emotional world and what and why would cause this. And now the real culprit is your misjudgment. The real problem is our misjudgment, misview of things. And that comes down to our attitudes, how we really feel about ourselves and situations. and us needing to trust, it'll make sense. So even then, it's just like you getting a handle on your emotions, you know, going through things you can't find excitement in, don't feel the excitement in, and also don't feel like it's nourishing you. Like, damn, I'm standing tall in this and nothing's given back to me. Nothing's balanced. Yeah, you don't feel rich or, you know, powerful. You're having to be on the bench, be in the back burner. You're having to let it just get better without knowing what to really do to make it better. So you just keep showing up, not being upset about it. Basically, just show. And same thing. It goes back to dealing with your family. You're doing what the family's doing, you know, whether you want to or not. So something beautiful about that, but it is unfair. So it looks severe, but with enough faith, things balance out. You know, I can explain. There's so many ways it could work out. You know, so that's the outcome. Here's the mentality available. So again, you're just gonna have to be here. And life's funny like that. It's like, you know, who said you needed to make sure you get rewarded? Like, the lesson is seeing yourself transform through this. From the moment I just let go and just said, fuck it, I'm gonna just be here. I'm gonna be stuck here. I might as well be here. Before phones, you know, I'm gonna just not be upset because they're waiting to, you know, handle that emotion. You know. So finally, almost 30 minutes to give you this message. Yeah, don't be hopeless in these connections. Don't be hopeless around these things. These systems you see yourself in. At work, home. It's so simple. You just scan, okay, where is this shit happening? So there you go, y'all. You not working on getting this cleared up is where it works out. You standing tall while emotions don't feel legit is the strength. It's funny. Not doing anything is you doing something. So this is definitely some manhood shit. Look at that. Got the world right here too. Later, Virgos, this is a full scope video. You got all the right perspective you need for this month. Later, y'all.